So this is weird, man. I'm just saying. I'm just being honest with you. This is weird. This episode's going to be weird. For those of you that are watching on Facebook and on YouTube, it's just going to be different today. And I'll explain why here in just a second. But ultimately, what we're going to do today is discuss what's going on behind me over here for those of you that are watching visually. We're also going to go back in time a little bit. Then we're going to bring it back around. We're going to get a little pop in from Mr. Simon Sinek. He's going to join us a little bit later as well. And we're going to talk about giving and receiving love, but not necessarily in the way that you think, or maybe what initially pops up to you when you hear those words. My guess is we're going to go down a little bit different path. That's my guess. But either way, I'm glad you're here. It's time to rise and grind. Good morning and welcome to #Rise and Grind, the #1 morning show in the world filled with motivation, education, and inspiration. I am your host, Glenn Lundy, husband to 1, father to 8, and the founder of the 800% Club, the club designed to help you unlock your full potential. Each episode is filled with celebrity interviews, inspiring conversations, and the strategies you need to get ahead in your career and your life. So grab your pen and turn up the volume because it's time to rise and grind. And the #1 speaker in America just saying, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Dude, today is Thursday. That's right. Today is Thursday, March 2nd, 2023. And something is already happening crazy on Facebook. I can see. So do me a huge favor. Tag some people that you know are normally in here. People are getting kicked out for some reason. I don't know why. It started off with 77 people in the thing. It's already cut to 42. So half the people are out there looking, trying to find the feed. So do me a favor, help with that. But good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is Thursday, February 2nd, 2023. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Thursday. I said February. Thursday, March 2nd, 2023, not February, March 2nd, 2023. And it's also, on top of that, a very happy day that I'm very grateful for, but it's also kind of a sad day in a unique way. So as you can see, if you've ever watched my show before, for those of you that haven't, welcome. I'm glad you're here. But you can see there's no chalkboard behind me today. There's usually a chalkboard right here behind me, and this chalkboard normally has the date on it. It would say March 2nd, March 3rd, or if I had a guest, I would put my guest's name on the chalkboard. And the chalkboard's not there, as you can see. And usually over on this side, there is normally a flag, a #Rise and Grind flag that goes behind me right here. And as you can see, that is gone as well. You see, yesterday, we moved into our new office space. We just picked up a 9,700 square foot office space, not too far from here. My friend Gail B. Craft and Vicky Everett, who are probably watching this morning, they came and joined us yesterday and helped us move from our current office that we've been in for the last 4 years, I guess, into the new office. And I'm very grateful, so incredibly grateful for our new office space, and I am grateful for my team. I mean, the whole team rallied and got it done, right? They got it done. Everybody came through, which was amazing. We got it all knocked out in just a couple hours, at least as far as getting everything over there. Now we got to put it all together, but we got it all done. And so we moved in yesterday, and the internet was supposed to be turned on yesterday. However, we're not going to have internet in the new office until tomorrow. So here we sit, you and I, in an empty office. All that's in this office is this desk, this chair, a couple lights, and the camera. That's it. And as I sit here this morning, I walked in today and I just look at all the signatures on the wall, which, by the way, those will be going to the new office too, for those of you that had an opportunity to come in and sign this wall for me. I'll be taking those signatures. But I walk in this morning, the whole place is empty, man. Except for this one little room right here. And immediately it reminds me of our very first show. The very first show of Hashtag Rise and Grind was January 8th, 2018, just after I celebrated my 40th birthday. And the very first show was in a utility closet. It was in a utility closet at the house I used to live in before the house that I'm in now. And we had a little tiny space upstairs in a utility closet that was, I don't know, about 8 feet long, 4 feet wide, something like that. And there was a water heater in the utility closet. And we set up a desk and a light and camera. We put a couple little sound deadening things on the walls because it was echoey in that room, like it is in this room right now. And what's up, Jeremy Nelly? And we picked that little space because my wife didn't want me waking up the kids, 5:30 in the morning, and it was really the only space we have. So just a little desk, a little light, little camera, little thing up on the wall, and just like it is right now. And I went live for the first time, January 8th, 2018. Let me take you back real quick so you can see what that was like.
Man, that light is bright. Man, I got a bright sticking light in this studio, man. It's like kind of at an angle. It's weird this morning, but hey guys, good morning. Glenn Lundy hanging out. It is 5:30 in the morning, and I wanted to hop on here live and see who else is up. My gosh, I need to shout it. But I wanted to see who else is up and who else is grinding. Frank Kranite just popped in here. RC Hazard just popped in here. Heather Toomey, Adam Jaramillo, all the way out there in Arizona. What's up, Rick? Hey guys, you guys are all my rising grinders, man. This is the early morning crew. 5:33, that's right, Rick, man. I'm sorry, I'm about 3 minutes late. I meant to kick this off right at 5:30. RC Hazard, cracking eggs and making ideas. That's my man. But yeah, here's what I was thinking, man. It's crazy how this kind of came together. Yesterday at work, my buddy Robbie Toomey, it's a guy that I've been working with for a while. Yesterday at work, he mentioned that he was wanting, he was waiting for me to go live again at 5:30 in the morning. I was like, what are you talking about? And he reminded me that I had gone live, I don't know, a few months back, gone live at 5:30 in the morning, just talking about early risers, rising and grinding. And my intention at that point was to do this a little bit more often. There's a group of us that get up early and kick off the day. And why do we have to wait until 7 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock, while the heck, until everybody else gets up to get some good stuff going? So I thought what I will do is I'll commit to a little bit of accountability, and I'll jump on here 5:30 in the morning. I'll just jump on here every day. There won't be a ton of us in this group because there aren't a ton of us that can get up this early. Yeah, I saw Frank Carnite was in here. There's not a ton of us, that get up this early and grind like this. But for those of us that do, get together and grind early in the morning, my man Sean Hayes just popped in here. He was grinding before I was this morning. There's my boy George right there, guys. George is one of my sales guys. He's incredible, man. But anyways, for those of us that do get up early and those of us that do grind, I thought here's a little window of opportunity. I'll jump in here 5:30 a.m. We'll just talk for a little bit from maybe 5:30 to 5:45 each day before I head to the gym and just get each other going. Hold each other accountable, get each other going. And I need a freaking haircut, and I hope a whole bunch of people don't watch this thing because I look crazy at 5:30 a.m.
I hope a bunch of people don't watch this thing because I look crazy at 5:30 a.m. Clearly not polished, sound quality terrible, a little bit of light. And that's where it all started, man. And so I sit here today and I'm in an empty office with just a desk and a chair. And at least I have a microphone now. I'm not sure if I had a microphone back then. I was a lot skinnier back then too. But it's just a little surreal today. Like I only had 6 kids back then, right? I've had 2 more babies since then, and I didn't know most of you. Like I did not know most of you that I know right now that are on here right now that are in Breakfast with Champions and Rise and Grind, so on and so forth. Like most of you, I didn't know at that time on that day. Like I knew Scott Simons, but I didn't know most of you, and many of you that are in this group right now didn't know each other. You didn't know each other when we did that first episode. And now there's been so many relationships and marriages and connections and people have done business together and all these things, right? And so it's just crazy. I mean, yesterday I was training with the Carter Myers Automotive Group, who I love, and my friend Danelle Delgado, she said something to the whole group, and it really hit. She said, shooting a 60-second video looking at your own face will change your life. Shooting a 60-second video, looking at your own face, going live, right? Going live, looking at your own face, shooting a 60-second video will completely change your life. And then she followed it by saying, it did for me. And I thought, it did for me too. She ain't lying, man. She ain't lying. One single decision made 5 years ago, compounded over time, has become the single most outwardly transformational decision I ever made. One decision made 5 years ago, compounded over time, has become outwardly the single most transformational decision I have ever made. The majority of my clients in my business, we serve 190 rooftops now. The majority of my clients came from this show. They saw me first on this show before they ever did business with me. The majority of my speaking gigs that I've gotten and events that I've been able to be a part of are from this show. From this show, whether it was GM3X, BWC, hashtag Rise and Grind, it's been different names, but they all came from this show. The majority of my relationships came from this show. I interviewed people on this show, fell in love with people that I interviewed, people like Dave Meltzer and my friend Lisa Copeland. Like the majority of my relationships today, Brian Benstock, they all came from this show. That's how I met them. This show has taught me so much about myself, it's ridiculous. And it continues to be the backbone of all that we do as a company, as a family, all that I do. It's 3:20 a.m. wake up. 3:20 a.m. wake up, grab a glass of water. Drink the water, put on the headphones. The headphones go on, we go to the Rise and Grind planner. Gratitude and goals. Review the finances. Make sure we got money. Jump in the truck. Or I'm sorry, write the show, right? I got to write the show, which I can hear the echo. It's crazy. Write the show. Then jump in the truck. Then drive to the office. Then build out the show. And then go live. And do it again the next day. 3:20 a.m. wake up. Grab a glass of water. Put on the headphones. Rise and Grind planner. Gratitude and goals. Go over the finances. Write the show. Jump in the truck. Head to the office. Build the show. Go live. 3:20 wake up. Grab a glass of water. Put on the headphones. Gratitude and goals. Review the finances. Write the show. Jump in the truck. Go to the office. Build the show. Go live. It's raining out. 3:20 a.m. wake up. Grab a glass of water. Put on the headphones. Gratitude and goals. Write a show. Truck, office, build, go live. It's snowing out. 3:20 a.m. wake up. Grab a glass of water, headphones, gratitude and goals, write a show, truck, office, build, go live. So East Coast, 3:20 a.m. wake up, water, headphones, gratitude, goals, write a show, truck, office, build, go online. West Coast, 3:30 a.m., 3:20 a.m. Eastern time, wake up, grab a glass of water, put on the headphones, gratitude and goals, review the finances, write a show, truck, office, build, go online. Whether I feel great, whether I feel sick, whether I'm tired, whether I'm cold, whether it's Monday, whether it's Tuesday, whether it's Wednesday, it's become a labor of love. I give it all I've got. And I have given it all I've got. And the universe has rewarded me for that. Because I have chosen to love the process and love what I do. I have been able to receive overwhelming blessings. It is love in its purest form. I love this show and I love you and I love being a part of this so much. Like, I love it enough to respect it and to commit to it. And because of that, it loves me back. The same is true for you. The same is true in your relationships. When you love someone or love something enough to respect them and to commit to them, then you'll receive it back. And there is so much joy in giving and receiving love. It's just crazy being in this room today. But I'm so glad that you're here with me. Wake up. This song came from the show. Tony with the Keys just one day out of nowhere sends me this file. He says, "Hey bro, I wrote this song for you. What do you think?" This song has now been heard all around the world. It's got people dancing all around the world, and that's what we want to do this morning. Listen, an object in motion tends to stay in motion. An object at rest tends to stay at rest. I need you to get moving today, all right? Let's get moving. Come on now. I know we've been a little slow song and a little sentimental and all of those things. Now we got to get the blood moving. We got to get the heart pumping. If you're on a run, I need you to step it up a little bit. If you're out there working out, pick up some extra pounds. You can do that. That's cool. Maybe you're with the kids, you're in the car, do some dancing. Maybe you're across the pond. Maybe you're in the office. I don't care where you're at. Get that body in motion, okay? Object in motion stays in motion. Let's go. Get that body in motion. This is also the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. If you haven't done so already, share this sucker out. There's somebody that needs to know that one single decision compounded over time can be the single most outwardly transformational decision that you can ever make. Someone needs to know that 60 seconds of looking at your face in a video can completely change your life. So share this out. If you're in Clubhouse, hit the share button. If you're on Facebook, share it out. YouTube, share it out. Y'all know what to do, all right? This is also the part of the show I want to say good morning to you, and I want you to say good morning to me. Whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay, say what's up, I'll say what's up back. Young Johnson, great to see you this morning. Stephanie Toadvine, great to see you. Stephanie was on the very first episode of Hashtag Rise and Grind all those episodes ago. Jackie, I'm glad you're here. What's up, Cortland and Andrew? Michelle McLean is in the building. Tony Schmidt, great to see you. You were actually in that picture that I just showed a little bit ago. Nathaniel Banks and Tony Thorstad. What's up, Gloria and Patricia? I see Kenya and Laditra. I see Mike and Chasey are up in here. I see Chris and Anthony and Mace and Renee, Ricardo and Marie. Russell Hill is in the building. Shelly Jean and Ryan Gallagher, I'm glad you're here. Debbie Dowling Waba, thanks for being here. Vicky Everett, thanks for helping me move into my new office yesterday. I greatly appreciate it. Lyndon is here. Miranda's here. Pastor and Leslie and she and Dominica are in the building. I also see Debbie Dowling Waba, Marilyn Wilkin, Dale Elizabeth Herod is here. Alexander Perry, great to see you, Alex. Michael Barrick in the building. Dora Maria, Natasha Smith, I'm glad you're here. Mike Strong and Brian Rosen Sr., Marie and Lori and Kay, is it Kaori? Kaori. That's a beautiful name. Kaori. I see Sashka and Jenny. I see Laura and Aaron and Joshua and Pam and Mohammed and Sherman. I see Al Salas. What's up, Al Salas? Glad you're here. Gail B. Craft is here as well. Thank you, Gail, for helping us move yesterday. I appreciate you. Paul Ibarra is in the building. Where are you putting that Rise and Grind sheetrock in the new building? Emily, we're going to cut out all these signatures. Aaron Jones, actually, my guy Aaron Jones right here, he's going to cut out all these signatures in a interesting way, and we're going to frame them. So he'll like cut it, and then we'll like frame it, and then pieces of the wall will be all over the new office is how that's going to look. In theory, right? And then he's gonna have to build all new walls in here. So that's what's going on there. Hey, real quick, I just want to shout out. I do a lot of work in the automotive space. I work with owners and general managers, car dealerships all across the country. We're starting to work with salespeople and sales managers and finance managers as well. But with that said, like shout out to, we had a bunch of dealers last month that just killed it, man. Just killed it, like a bunch. Like every dealer in our program was up year over year. It's amazing. But Russell Tabone and his boys over there at Carter Myers Automotive Group up 225% year over year. Matt Adams at Naimi's New Generation Cars up 300% over last year's numbers, which is amazing. Don Sankey, also a CMA, up 140% year over year. Kurt Cahill, my guy, sold 33 vehicles in a day. They haven't done that ever before. All-time record. Congratulations, Kurt Cahill. Matt Gassman, second in all of Central Illinois. Amazing. Had an incredible February. Alexander Perry, he's on here watching right now. Him and the guys over at Stroh Snyder Chevrolet had a big month. So just shout out to those of you that are winning in February. Shout out to those of you that are crushing it in February. I'm so stinking proud of you. And if any of you in here want to buy a car from one of these winners, you can go to shop.800eliteauto.com. Shop.800eliteauto.com. If you're in the market for a new vehicle or you know someone in the market for a new vehicle, send them here and this will connect them with 800% Club dealers all across the country, including Canada. And you can go and you can basically walk in and be like, hey, I'm part of the Rise and Grind group. I'm part of 800% Club, and I need a deal on a car, and they'll take care of you. All right, so you can go to shop.800eliteauto.com. But shout out to those guys and gals in the 800% Club who absolutely crushed it, and shout out to everybody who's winning in 2023. You deserve it.
Love your wife? Yes. Prove it. Like, what's the metric? Give me the number that helps me know, right? Because when you met her, you didn't love her. Now you love her, right? Tell me the day the love happened. It's an impossible question. But it's not that it doesn't exist, it's that it's much easier to prove over time, right? Leadership is the same thing. It's about transition. So if you were to go to the gym, it's like exercise, right? If you go to the gym and you work out and you come back and you look in the mirror, you will see nothing. And if you go to the gym the next day and you come back and you look in the mirror, you will see nothing, right? So clearly there's no results, can't be measured, it must not be effective. So we quit, right? Or if you fundamentally believe that this is the right course of action and you stick with it, like in a relationship, I bought her flowers and I wished her happy birthday, and she doesn't love me. Clearly I'll give up. That's not what happens. If you believe there's something there, you commit yourself to an act of service. You commit yourself to the regime, the exercise. You can screw it up. You can eat chocolate cake one day. You can skip a day or two. You know, it allows for that. But if you stick with it consistently, I'm not exactly sure what day, but I know you'll start getting into shape. I know it. And the same with the relationship. It's not about the events. It's not about intensity. It's about consistency. Right? You go to the dentist twice a year, your teeth will fall out. You have to brush your teeth every day for 2 minutes. What does brushing your teeth twice a day for 2 minutes do? Nothing. Unless you do it every day, twice a day for 2 minutes. Right? It's the consistency. Going to the gym for 9 hours does not get you into shape. Working out every day for 20 minutes gets you into shape. So the problem is we treat leadership with intensity. We have a 2-day offsite, we invite a bunch of speakers, we give everybody a certificate. You're a leader, right? Those things are like going to the dentist. They're very important. They're good for reminding us or getting us back on track, learning new lessons. But it's the daily practice of all the monotonous, little, boring things like brushing your teeth that matter the most. She didn't fall in love with you because you remembered her birthday and bought her flowers on Valentine's Day. She fell in love with you because when you woke up in the morning, you said good morning to her before you checked your phone. She fell in love with you because when you went to the fridge to get yourself a drink, you got her one without even asking. She fell in love with you because when you had an amazing day at work and she came home and she had a terrible day at work, you didn't say, yeah, but let me tell you about my day. Right. You sat and listened to her awful day and you didn't say a thing about your amazing day. This is why she fell in love with you. I can't tell you exactly what day, and it was no particular thing you did. It was the accumulation of all of those little things that she woke up one day and as if she pressed a button, she goes, I love him, right? Leadership is exactly the same. There's no event. There's no thing I can tell you you have to do that your people will trust you. It just doesn't work that way. It's an accumulation of lots and lots of little things that anyone by themselves is innocuous and useless. Literally, pointless by themselves. People will look at little things that are good leadership practices and say, that won't work, and you're absolutely right. But if you do it consistently, and you do it in combination with lots of other little things, like saying good morning to someone, that looking them in the eye. My friend George who's a 3-star general in the Marine Corps, he says his test for leadership, and I love this, he goes, his test for a good leader is if you ask somebody how their day is going, you actually care about the answer. The number of times we're walking to a meeting, we're rushing, we go, how are you? Not good, I got to get to you later, I'm late for a meeting. Right. If you ask the question, you were standing there and you were listening to the answer. It's those little innocuous things that you do over and over and over and over that people will say, I love my job. Not I like my job. I like my job means, yeah, the challenge is great, they pay me well, I like the people. I love my job means, I don't want to work anywhere else. I don't care how much somebody else is willing to pay me. I'm devoted to the people here, and I care desperately about the people here as if they were my family. In business, we have colleagues and coworkers. In the military, they have brothers and sisters. That's how they think of each other. If you really have a strong corporate culture, the people will think of each other like brothers and sisters. It's like a family, right? No, brothers and sisters. Deep love. Fight, but the love doesn't go away. Bicker, the love doesn't go away. And I'll fight with my sister, but if you threaten my sister, you're gonna have to deal with me, right? We'll fight internally, we'll bicker with each other, but nobody's gonna hurt each other, and if anything from the outside shows up, you're looking at a unified front. Brothers and sisters. Now, how do you create brothers and sisters out of strangers? Common beliefs, common values, parents, in other words, executives who care about their children's success, who care to raise their children, teach them skills, discipline them when necessary, help them build their self-confidence so that they can go on and achieve something more than you could have ever imagined achieving for yourself. That's leadership, an absolute love and devotion for the people who've committed their lives to this enterprise. It's a human thing. So just as you know how your body feels after a good workout, and you know how your body feels after a big greasy meal, you know that one is good for you and one is not, despite what it may taste like. And that's the problem with short-term.
We have, right here in this group, on this show, over time, by consistently showing up, we have created brothers and sisters out of strangers. And I don't know about you, but I think that's freaking cool. Aligned in our core values. We see things differently. We bicker. We don't always agree. But there's a mutual respect. We love each other. So listen, friends. Don't be afraid to love boldly, man. To give love boldly, openly, deeply, with respect. Whether that be for your fellow man, fellow woman, whether that be for the job that you have, whether it be for the passion that you have to change the way people start their day. Love it boldly, openly, deeply, and respect it. And that which you love will ultimately love you back if you give it enough time. And you are intent on receiving it. It will love you equally, just as powerfully back. Just as this show and this community has done for me, the same is true for you. Giving and receiving love. It's an incredible, incredible space. Tomorrow we'll have one more episode. I don't get Wi-Fi in the new joint till between 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. tomorrow. So we'll have one more episode here in this office that helped us, that's just been a part of everything that we've done, for the last few years. This studio and this time in this space will change. We're going into a bigger space. It'll be a dope studio. Like, everything on the outside will be different. But everything on the inside will be exactly the same. The love that I have for you, the appreciation that I have for you doesn't change. It doesn't matter how big the office gets. It doesn't matter, what's going on in the world or whatever. None of that matters. I am going to continue to run with you on this mission to help create brothers and sisters out of strangers by changing the way people start their day. Does that sound fair? All right. Listen, friends, I love you. If nobody's told you that yet today, I think I've already told you about 18 times today. But if nobody's told you that yet today, let me be the first. I do. I love you. You're my brother. You're my sister. We are children of God, the God of the universe. And I am so grateful that you're here. Let's continue to rise together. Let's continue to go out and make an impact. Fair? All right. I'm going to head over to Clubhouse right now. If you want to come join me over there, you're welcome to. Otherwise, come back here tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. We'll do this all over again. One last time from this studio here on hashtag Rise and Grind. All right. See ya.
You're not so far away. I saw you not so long ago. Was it just yesterday? Got that old feeling that I know. In the dark of the night, I'll be alright. The sun will arise. The sun will arise. The sun will arise. A sea of messages overtaking what I know. A war is a whisperer, and it's coming for my soul. In the dark of the night, I can see the light. The sun will arise. 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 When I was broken, you came and set me free. I was searching for someone to fight for me. I'll remember it's your light that shines on me. I won't be afraid, I will look to the light. I will not be shaken, I know it will be alright. 'Cause you're with me, I know that the sun will rise.